latest request, Rafa?
The last request was about used to. So I used
to
to smoke, or I used to go to school.
All right. Okay, easy, baby. Well, first of all, we know, let's have a look at the verb to use. You know the word use, yeah? I use a really good coffee machine to have my espresso. Yeah, it's really important to use a good coffee machine. And I use nice lotion, so my skin is not so dry. So maybe you use a very nice cologne. By the way, you do use a very nice cologne, Rafa. I know that. It smells really good. So we all know the verb to use. Now, but when I'm going like that, I used to. When I put the use in past, you see, it's sort of like the past form plus to plus major verb infinitive. You know, the infinitive is a dictionary word, So when I say now, I used to ride horses. I'm not using, or I'm not reflecting of what I'm using. I'm not using the horses. I used to ride horses. That means I don't do it anymore, unfortunately, but I'm not doing it anymore. That means some time ago, I'm not giving you the time right now, I could, for instance, say, I used to ride horses when I was a little girl. Aha, I'm giving you a time frame. So basically, I am talking about a habit of the past. And when I talk, for instance, about Claire Miller, I hope there's no Claire Miller out there, but anyway, Claire, for instance, she used to eat so much pizza that she became overweight. That means it was a bad habit of hers. She used to eat a lot of pizza. Or let's talk about Bobby. Bobby used to smoke 3 packets of cigarettes a day, a bad habit. I can also talk about good habits of the past. I can say Claire used to swim every morning 2 kilometers. A wonderful habit. I wish I could do it. Okay, anyway, she used to swim 2 kilometers every morning. Or Bobby used to jog every morning for 1 hour. A very, very healthy habit. So you see, when I use used to plus major verb infinitive, I am talking about the habit of the past. And because I'm talking about a habit of the past, I use it in a question like that. Did you used to swim You see, past. It correlates with our used to, with our habit that is finished, right? So I say, did you used to? It remains. It remains because we're talking about a habit. It's not the verb use. And so, you see, the used to remains, and you cannot separate it because it reflects on the habit here. Did you used to swim every morning 2 kilometers? And the answer would be no. I didn't used to swim every morning. So you see, we have the helping verb didn't in past because we're talking about a habit of the past, and our our used to has to remain together in its original form because it is describing that particular habit you're talking about. Any more questions?
No, so every time I say I used to take the bus to school, I'm talking about a thing I used to do in the past, I did in the past, and I don't anymore.
Exactly, just like that, Rafa.
So I can say I used to wake up at 5 a.m. That means I did, now I don't anymore.
Thank God. Bad habit to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's right, but that's the way it is.
Okay, I think that's clear.
Okay? All right, then let's have another close look at something else. All right, you see, coming back, I used to swim every morning. I used to take the bus every morning. Ruff, I used to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. God bless him. Yeah, it's a habit of the past. Now, I want to show you a little trick. Watch this. Little word, big difference. I am. Okay, not very pretty, but what is a big difference is this little to be here. And of course, I have to conjugate the to be because I'm talking about myself. I could also say she, here's the conjugation, is used to drinking coffee in the morning.
Does that mean that you drank coffee in the past and you don't anymore?
This is exactly the difference with our to be. So when I say I am used to drinking espresso in the morning, then what I'm telling you, I'm doing that every morning, and it's part of my life, and really it is something I can't imagine to do without. Because, you know, I'm a morning zombie. So what do I need first thing in the morning? I need an espresso early in the morning after getting up. So I am used to drinking espresso early in the morning. It is part of my daily routine, and it's not harmful for me. Maybe for somebody else it's not so good waking up and having espresso straight away, but I am used to. So I am talking about something that is part of my habit, part of my daily routine, something I really can't imagine doing without. And the trick, and this is what is confusing to some people, you have to watch out for the to be. You say, I am used to, Claire is used to having coffee in the morning, and then of course you conjugate the to be. We are used to doing Chloewood. We're used to doing Chloewood every morning. That means it's part of our daily routine at Clovis because we're used to doing it by now.
So is the same as saying accustomed to?
It's a custom, it's a habit, but the difference to I used to, the difference really is that it's part of me. It's not finished.
I also noticed that you use ing after the verb when you use this form.
Oh, thanks for asking, Rafa. Because, you see, every verb you can use after that. You know, I'm sure you have learned after to, you need to use infinitive verb. Well, the difference is that here I am using a gerund form after this to, and it sounds complex, but really it means that it is more general. There is no point of time actually necessary. It is absolutely generalized. So when I say we are used to doing Chloewood, then it's absolutely general. And in this case, because you're talking about a custom, you're talking about a habit you still are doing, you still are having, right? Then you can easily use the gerund because it's independent of time. I could, for instance, say, Claire is used to taking the bus. You know, as for me, I don't like taking bus or train. I prefer taking my car. So I say, well, I'm so used to taking my car, I don't like to be dependent on a bus schedule, for instance, because I'm used to taking my car, being completely independent of somebody else's schedule. It's important. My job, so I'm used to taking my car. And I'm using the ing for I am used to taking my car because it's part of my daily routine and I would not want to do without it.
So basically, if I say, I used to take the bus, I'm saying that I did that in the past and I don't anymore.
Right.
But if I change to I am used to taking the bus, I'm talking about something that is not new to me. I'm accustomed to it. It's normal, part of my daily life.
Exactly. That is absolutely the point.
Two very different things.
Completely different. And you see, the trick here is our to be. Little word, big difference. Okay? So, any more questions?
No, I think that's clear.
You're hopelessly happy?
Yes.
Okay. Then we're good for now. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and see you next time.
And share the video.
Oh, yes, please share.